Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the Dubai Sevens. This one to confirm who finishes fifth in the overall standings. South Africa versus France, two sides with all the capabilities of going far in this contest and going far in this competition, but sadly just not quite working out for either of these teams. For the Blitzboks, they have got a stacked side, although for this game they have decided to go with a little bit of rotation. For the French, they have gone strong as well. Looking through for the South Africans, it is Visa St. David's in the starting lineup alongside Donovan Don and also David Brits, Devold Human, Schulten van Wyk, and Ricardo James Duarte. So Christy Grobela to make his way off the bench. Kieran Nokia as well as Tristan Lates both taken out of the starting side. For the French, it is Pauline Riva, Jordan Stifo, also Hanun, Dabo, Delamere, and Irgua. So taking Stephen Perez Martin, Pesquet, and Zedar from the starting lineup for the French. But both of these sides, narrow losses in their quarterfinals. For the French, they were defeated. That's a great run there. Going up the middle at the moment, USA versus Ireland has taken place as we speak currently. But yeah, for the French, they were defeated in their quarterfinal. And the same can be said about this Fijian side. Well, sorry, I should say they were beaten in the quarterfinal by Fiji, 19 points to 17. And then South Africa, they were also defeated by New Zealand in their quarterfinal. It took a little while for the brain to kick in there. I do apologise. It is currently 2 a.m. here in New Zealand. We decided to have a quick nap before the live stream and the brain has shut off, but we are almost ready to go for this match, which has taken place in only a couple of minutes' time. We have got a new channel member on the channel as well from Dorian, so a huge thank you very much to you. But yeah, in terms of the benches for these two teams, I think it's definitely going to be important how they start this match, but whoever's able to close it out and find that chemistry with the transition from the bench into that starting side, I think will win. I think Christy Robala, he has been a sensational player. Actually, the last time that these two sides went head-to-head, it did go to golden point time. And in that game, he was able to score himself 2 tries, including that last-minute one that got the win for the Blitzboks. So I would definitely keep an eye on him when it comes to the last couple of minutes of this match. The viewers Suez Wapi and Juan Nokia, of course, both have pure pace when given the ball as well. All right, the USA kicked that ball out, so they will get themselves the win over Ireland, which will then bring these two sides out there onto the field. Bulavanaka Kiwi Lad says, Arriva, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing extremely well. Of course, we still have a few more games left in the Dubai Sevens, including the final, one that not many people saw coming, but Spain versus Fiji, a massive opportunity. The first ever final that the Spanish have found themselves in, going head-to-head with a side that struggled to get to the final last year, but now they've finally earned it. And they were looking forward to that massive chance. But now, just about to see these two sides make their way out onto the field. If you haven't already, of course, be sure to let me know your score prediction for this one. Now, last time that they played, like I said, South Africa were able to get themselves the golden point win. I feel like at the moment, though, I just don't see this match being as close as it was last time. I feel like South Africa have actually gotten better as the competition's worn on. France have had some good moments, but I just feel like they've made a couple too many switches side and asking them here. Some of those young guys for the South Africans, Donovan Don, he managed to score himself a try. I got France, says Jack Calder Hamish, says Ta in there as well. Having Jordan Sefo in the starting lineup is certainly a big one for the French, as well as Irigua, who's become one of the more experienced heads out there for the French. France by 7, says Jack in his prediction. So we'll have to wait and see if that is going to be the case or whether the South Africans can get themselves a win. Now, currently based off the rankings in the Sevens, France are sitting number 1. South Africa are sitting in 6th. They are just showing there the team lineups Two very good sides. A lot of changes, though, for both teams as they make their way forward. We see no Selvin Davids, no Ronald Brown. Are you on vacation? If so, where? Says Dylan. So I am in pretty much like Christchurch or just on the skirts of Christchurch here in New Zealand. I was going to the cricket between New Zealand and England. And then, yeah, it did finish quite early. So sadly, we didn't get to see a day 5 in that test match, but plan is to head back later on today, seeing as it's currently 2 a.m. It's also currently my birthday, fun fact, but it's probably not depending on where you guys are in the world, unless you are in New Zealand. That's about the only place, and Fiji, of course, that it is currently. South Africa going to win, says Tar, and go to France, says Mr. Pierre. But now both of these sides onto the field. So France started off with 2 losses. They lost to Kenya, 2 wins, I should say, and then lost their next 2, losing to South Africa and Fiji. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Most sides do struggle up against those top teams. Happy birthday, says Dylan. Thank you very much. But now Francisco Gonzalez, he will be the referee in charge of this game, and we are just about to get underway. It will be the South Africans. And the old human getting ready to kick this one off. The final taking place in only around 3 hours' time. We will be covering it on the channel as well. But for now, we've got ourselves the 5th place playoff game, and we've seen already how crucial the little points can be throughout the competition in the year. So you want to make sure you're making the absolute most of it, and you are getting as many points as physically possible. But the old human now kicks it off from right to left, and we are back underway in this match. Jordan Sefo just a little bit complacent when it came to going up for that ball, and the Blitzboks have managed to retain their own kickoff. Now firing it across to the right-hand side, Ricardo James Duarte showing off that step, gets the offload to the Walt Human. Now Donovan Don goes to Ricardo James Duarte again. Loose ball, and it's going to be cleaned up by the looks of it. No, just a little knock on, though, from South Africa. So now we will get to see the scrum for the French. Happy birthday, Hamish. Cheers, Russell. Thank you very much. But yeah, I think last year as well, if I'm correct, the Dubai Sevens was taking place on my birthday morning as well. So it's kind of become a bit of a tradition to do the live streams early on in the morning. But now scrum fed Iragua. Feeds it in for the French. They will be going to this right-hand side, the near side of the field. And good tackle around the bootlaces on Hanun. Now trying to step through again. It's hard work, but Delamere not doing too badly. But now we're seeing the 4 pass coming from France, which will bring the scrum opportunity for the Blitzboks. Quarter century, says Dar. That is the one, yes, is the best coach of the year guiding France. Says Eric. He is in charge of them for this one, making a lot of changes in terms of their lineup compared to what we saw in recent times. No Grand Didier, no Antoine Dupont. I think they've got a few other big changes that they have had to make along the way as well. Now, going to be offloaded back. Uruguay putting a lot of pressure on at scrum time, but it is there for South Africa. They have gone backwards about 15 metres or so. Now back across to the left-hand side. That's going to be a good low tackle made. Jordan Sefo gets into the breakdown almost. Was able to get that turnover. It's the best coaching in the world, coaching and the best Sevens player in the world playing. So the coach is coaching. The Sevens player is not playing. Antoine Dupont is not there for this French team. There's going to be the advantage in favour of the South Africans. Ricardo James Duarte now going off to the left-hand side here. France going to be under a lot of pressure. About 22 metres out from the line now. Now wide cut-out pass coming for the South Africans, managing to get around the outside. And Donovan Don, awkward way of scoring that try, just slipped over pretty much. But that is going to be the first try of the contest, and it does go the way of South Africa. Donovan Don gets his 4th try in the the Dubai Sevens. Hey, g'day, Hamish. Morning, mate. Says JD. Welcome in. Let's walk a little bit disappointing, to say the least. Happy birthday, Hamish, to the coolest rugby lad I know. Happy birthday. May your day be as awesome as you are. I wish you a blessed year ahead. Says Lilia. Thank you very much, Lilia. That is a strike and a half, but it hasn't actually gone over there for South Africa, so that will keep the score at this point as 5-0 in favour of the Blitzboks. I should mention we will be heading to Cape Town next week in terms of the Sevens, not myself. I will still be in New Zealand, but straight back into it next weekend. More Champions Cup for this year as well. Nice running from Jordan Sefo, looking for the miracle offload. And once again, just not working out. It seems like maybe France are getting a little bit too impatient in the way that they are attacking. Let's go to the Blitzboks. See the Lilia B. But it doesn't seem like they've got just the willingness to take the contact and then move forward. Instead, it's all trying to happen in such a quick little window. It could be hurting them. Now, Uruguay puts the ball in again. Seen 17 passes from South Africa compared to 4 that the French have had. So not a lot of possession either for this young French side. Hanoun. Now back across to the right again. 2 minutes 50 or so remaining. Good pace being shown by Dubbo, who breaks through one. Offloads on the inside to Jordan Sefo. Knew he was slowly drifting towards the touchline. A great bit of work in the breakdown. South Africa get themselves the penalty, and it's Impivisa, man, who is getting the start here. I don't have Christy Robela in the starting lineup where he normally is in most occasions for South Africa, but the Walt Human will kick this one downfield. Just make sure that it goes into touch. But currently ahead by 5. Another try here before halftime would be the perfect scenario for this Blitzboks team. Just wanting to finish on a high. At the end of the day, this is their last game till they head home to Cape Town. They want the crowd to really be behind them. We've had some interesting games that were called in Cape Town. I still remember that final between New Zealand and Samoa where it was raining and pouring and, oh, that's a drop ball out wide for Donovan Don. Yeah, the field was flooded. They were going to need a boat to be able to score a try, but it was quite an entertaining game. And that was actually the one that Samoa managed to get themselves the victory. And just to show how much has changed, now Samoa aren't even on the 7 circuit anymore. They are playing in the Challenger Series rather than the main series. But 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in this first half. Scrum feed will be the French's. Out ball is going to be put in by Uruguay. Going off to the right-hand side, Jordan Sefo, nice flat ball. And to the midfield, Pauline Riva. I think that's one of the first touches he's had of the day, and he's given it away to South Africa with the interception. Great step on the inside. Look at a link up, and that is fantastic cover defence coming from Le Bleu. Now going on the outside. Chance here only a few metres from the try line. Impivisa, now Ricardo. James Duarte gets it out wide. And this time the try comes for David Brits just before the end of the first half. And that is going to be his first try in the Dubai Sevens. I said it was Harry's birthday way back, says Costory Bro. Yeah, well, the date didn't change for it, so I guess you are still right. In a way, Ricardo James Duarte, that's a nice ball from Donovan Don, just shifting it quickly for the South Africans. That will now give them a good lead of 10, if not 12, if this kick is successful, which it is not. So the score will remain at 10-0 for the South Africans as we head into the second half. But a really good start to the match for South Africa. 10 points, 2 missed conversions. At this point, it's not going to cost them. But of course, if we start to see France work their way back into this game, those crucial kicks could become even more crucial. Still some great benches to make their way onto the field for the Blitzboks. Christy Robela, Sean Williams, who came in for the injury of Ronald Brown. We see Saviwe Sawyers Wapi, Kua Nokia, and also Tristan Lades. Then for the French, they've got Stephen Perez, Martin Zedar, Pascal, Pozelgues, I believe it is, and then the other man, Afil, who has been starting quite a few matches for the French. Happy birthday, Hamish. Says MTYC. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, Hamish. Take care of yourself and enjoy, mate. Says JD. Yeah, I mean, the Sevens, definitely a good way to spend a birthday each and every year. We get to see it taking place on this day. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting one. These two sides, I mean, we certainly wouldn't have predicted what has happened over the weekend. Kicker is the same coach as Lebock, says Bruce. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing multiple sides really struggle with a kicking. Australia versus Argentina, we saw 8 kicks attempted and only 1 win over. And that was the difference between Argentina making it through and missing out. Just that 1 kick that actually managed to be accurate. So, yeah, I think we're going to see it cost teams in the future if they can't get that kicking together. Of course, scoring in the corner does always make it pretty challenging for your kicker, but you want to give them the best chance possible to be able to get those ones over. Right, the floodlights are on as it starts to get towards the evening in Dubai. All around the kicking isn't great. Says Lilia B. Yeah, I think we've seen a lot of missed kicks throughout this Dubai Sevens league. So hopefully it is a lot better in Cape Town, or else, like I said, it could cost teams games. But now Gura ready to kick this one off for the second 7 minutes. Currently down by 10 here for the French, so they're going to need a big effort if they want to get themselves back into this contest. And the perfect start to this one after a knock-on coming from the South Africans, and it looks like the penalty will actually be awarded for France here as well. Now looking to fire it back across to the right-hand side. Jordan Sefo, inside ball. A lot of meters being made at the moment for France, but that doesn't mean that they can't find their way through. Now back across to the left-hand side. Nice link-up play coming here. Nice step as well. Now passed on the outside. Delamere, he should score it, and he does. He thought about trying to make it a slightly easier kick for his kicker, seeing as we've seen so many missing today, but 3 tries now in his career as well as in the Dubai Sevens for that youngster. But about the perfect start for the French in the second half, being able to go out there and straight away getting themselves on the try-scoring sheet. It is exactly what they would have wanted. And hi, Hamish, happy first December. Go the Blitzboks, says Viviani there, and that kick has missed the way to the side. So once again, we are seeing maybe the crucialness of missed kicks. Sitting 10-5 at the moment on the score sheet. They are just showing all the people dressed as inflatable T-Rexes. There's about 15 of them all in one little area. Absolutely loving the action. Normally day 2 is when you see the dressing up as well. A little bit more counter-up coming from the French. And that is nice work, and they will get themselves the penalty. Stephen Perez-Martin, opportunity to take this one quickly, and he decides to do just that. Pauline Reva off to the right-hand side here. Chance for France. And now double goes over. Yes, did he score it? Yes, he does. And France now have gone back to 10-10. Too late to make bookings for private escorts, mate. Have I had notifications to stay at Samish's B-Day? Organised something earlier for the lads, says JD. But yeah, it's normally the tradition is to end up doing an all-nighter for sevens, although I managed to get like 40 minutes of sleep before, which I don't know if it was a good thing or not, because I was slightly half asleep during the intro, as you guys will see, anyone who checks that out. But yeah, looking forward to those next games that are taking place. Only about 2 hours away. In fact, a little bit less than that. First match that we are covering will be at 4 a.m. New Zealand time, so that is in an hour 40. How's the weather? Windy, says Lily B. I actually don't think the wind is that much of a factor from what I've seen, which is why it's even that much more confusing. I mean, we've just seen another miss kick coming from the French, and it was relatively what I would have thought was straightforward. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe there is a bit of a howling wind that we can't really see from where we are. Another loose ball. France take it back, and they have gone 2 in a row, trying to make it 3 tries now, back to back to back. But Saviwe Suyas Wapi is in there to get that turnover. Will you be live for the final? We certainly will be. That one taking place at 5 a.m. And we're also going to be doing the women's final at around 4:35 before that game. And then alongside that, we've got the third place bronze final between Argentina and New Zealand. So still another hour or so of the commentary for us. And then after that, I will be sneaking some sleep before heading home. 3.5 minutes remaining in this game, but a big turnover for Sevens Wapi. Hugely experienced head for the Blitzboks, which is exactly what they need in this type of situation. They are just showing all the countdowns there. France are playing GB. That is in an hour and 15, but we won't be covering that one on the channel. But yeah, New Zealand, Argentina. It's going to be a very intriguing game. So you can take that bronze definitely after both getting beaten what I would call pretty comfortably in their semi-finals. Now ball is still on the side of the South Africans. It's going to be Sean Williams passing it across to the left-hand side. Now good pace shown. Sevens Wapi. That's a loose ball picked up by Davids. I feel like there was a couple things there that they could have checked, but they're going to say it's all good. And Zane Davids scores his 43rd try of his career as well as his first in Dubai. So pretty important one. I think Sevens Wapi, from the replay, it looks like maybe that French hand got in the way. Right. Surely we see a kick going over here, and this would be a pretty good one to get. And he's missed. So it's going to be 15-10 again, which opens up the door for France to be able to go on in this game and win it. They've got 2 minutes left, but one more try from South Africa, I would say, would be enough to get the job done. There's also a chance, I mean, if France get an unconverted try, that we could see another golden point game between these two sides. We've actually already seen it in this competition. They both had identical points going to extra time, and that was when Christy Robillard was able to change the game. A lot of pressure coming on the French backline, but they've managed to get that one out wide now. Great hands from Dabo. He's got the man with him, goes on the inside. They will be 22 metres out from the line. DeVault Human muscling up, and the penalty goes the way of the French again. Yeah, how's a birthday, boy? Happy birthday, says Jason. Thank you very much, mate. Greatly appreciated you being here for this game. Still 3 more to come a little bit later on. Stephen Perez-Martin, chance for the quick tap and go. 80 seconds left on the clock now, and still only 5 points difference between these two teams. Offloaded, a little bit risky there for France. And Christy Robillard gets the crucial turnover. The mistake, just trying to rush yet again, France. It seems a little bit disorganised. And now Robillard, they will use up as much time as they can. Here's South Africa. They'll kick it towards the touchline. They'll go with the line out. And then eventually, that ball will either go over the try line or they will kick that straight into touch. 45 seconds left now. Sean Williams kicking that ball away. That also uses up that little bit more time, of course. 35 seconds left now. Line out chance for the Blitzboks. France, it's gone straight over the top. The ball is loose and it's going to be well cleaned up by the French with Robillard just not quite able to grab it. Now 20 seconds left here. They're scrambling sideways here, France, when it comes to their attack. A little bit of a counter-ruck coming from South Africa. Doesn't quite work out. 10 seconds now remaining between these two sides. If we see France score and they are unsuccessful in the conversion, we will go to golden point time. But for now, South Africa just going to continue to defend like their competition depends on it. Now charging up the middle, inside ball, nicely done, but well handled, or was it almost through there? The youngster who's made his way off the bench and scored multiple tries round the side, though, for France. They will score pretty much between the sticks, just beside. And now, unless something really strange happens, France will win this game 15 points each. But this kick will be about 10 metres out in front. Wow, says JD. And go the Springbok, says Marika. And how many minutes left? This kick has gone over, and that is the 7-pointer that will win the game for France. They may have lost to South Africa in their last head-to-head of the Dubai Sevens, but this time They get the job done, and in the end, it was the kicking that mattered. 3 missed kicks for the Blitzboks, proving extremely costly. Unfortunately, just could not afford to miss that many. We saw Sean Williams miss one, and we saw Ricardo James Duarte miss the other 2. So a lot of work to do for South Africa. But overall, I feel like this was a pretty solid leg of the Sevens for them. They got some big wins along the way. They've learned some good lessons from it. They were defeated by Kenya, but that was just an outstanding game from Kenya in general. Go, Fiji, go, says Marika, and Clowns. And there as well, and the 10 out of 10 from Ta, and oh man, says Marika, and there as well. But they will be back next week. They will be going head to head in Cape Town, and we will be doing the commentary for those games as well. So the next game that we've got is in an hour and a half's time, and that will be the matchup taking place between New Zealand and Argentina. Then from there, we've got the women's final between New Zealand and Australia, and then after that, close out the weekend, it will be Spain versus Fiji. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all for the next one.